Hey VC, Jack here. Welcome to Vinyl Martini. Before I get to the threads that I'm going to do today, I wonder if you'd just indulge me for a second, and I'm just going to ask you to consider maybe making a donation to your local food bank or your Salvation Army kettle. The need is out there so great. They don't discriminate. They don't discriminate. That you show up, hand you a bag of food. It's helped so many working families, students, old age pensioners. Yeah, instead of buying that record this week, why don't you just put it off until next week and make a donation that way? But I'm not trying to guilt anybody out, not trying to preach, not trying to proselytize. How do you like that word, Steve? Anyways, thanks for listening to me, but let's get on to the thread. So Mike from MGK Boston started this thread, Spell Santa, and it's a good thread indeed. Can you remember when you did believe in Santa? What a great time of life that was. Boy, I wish I could go back there. I also remember when I was 6 years old, one of my friends told me there was no Santa. I couldn't believe it. I went home and asked my mother, and sadly she thought that honesty was the best policy and told me that was true. I was heartbroken. Anyways, to those kids that are believers, here's to you. Under S, how about this old Christmas time favorite band, the Stranglers. Stranglers 4. Great record. Yet in America is such a great song. Fantastic band. Sometimes they're a little hard to come by, but well worth picking up. Next, Mike showed a Greg Almond album. I'm going to show this Greg Almond record. It's called I'm No Angel. Not a very good record, but I'm No Angel is a killer track, and it's worth getting just for that. This is a cheapie. Greg Almond, 1987. I think he was a little bit of a cocaine and alcohol haze when he did this record, but always great to have something by the Almond Brothers. Under N, it's an artist that not too many people know about. Songwriter Mickey Newberry. He's a Nashville songwriter. He's a legend in that town. Great singer, great songwriter. Very, very underappreciated and unknown. But if you ever see a Mickey Newberry record, it's well worth picking up. And for T, I'm not going to bother taking this out of the case, but we've got the great German krautrock band Tangerine Dream. This is called Zeit. It's on the Or label. God, I'd love to have everything that Or released. Or and the Brain label. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Sorry for the glare. Great cover. And finally, The Last Day. How about Ashford and Simpson? Great soul duo. They put out many, many, many records. Great songwriters for other people. The great hit Solid is on here. I pick up Ashford and Simpson records whenever I see them. Great duo. Great voices. So that is my Santa, Mike. And for Jakob, I am going to do another couple of letters today. I'm going to do G and H. So the G's first. One of my favorite bands, the Groundhogs. Virtually unknown band in North America. This is Black Diamond. This is one of their later releases. Of course, Groundhogs is really T.S. McPhee, Tony McPhee, brilliant guitar player. This is the last edition of the Groundhogs when they went to a 4-piece. They used to be a 3-piece. They were really, really great. Trying to find a date on this. I think it's 1984. Very worth picking up. The Groundhogs. How about some power pop? Somebody that doesn't get mentioned very much. Mr. Shelfstacker loves this guy. This is called Jack Green. Yeah, power pop on RCA. This is a 1980 release. Great singer, great songwriter. Jack Green. Man that needs no introduction. The late, great Jerry Garcia. The album is called Reflections, and it's basically a Grateful Dead record. Bob Weir, Phil Lesh, Keith Godchaux, Donna Godchaux, Bill Kreutzmann, Mickey Hart, Nicky Hopkins joins them, and Larry Netchell joins them. It's a fantastic record from again, I should have done this before. I'm going to say around 1981 or so. Jerry Garcia, Reflections. A little bit of Canadiana for you. That's a band called Godo. It's a band Greg Godowitz leads. It's a three-piece hard rock band. Excellent record. I just picked this up about a year ago. And it's called An Act of Godo. Godo is the artist, the band name. Well worth checking out if you ever run across these guys. If you like April Wine, you're gonna like Godo. One of my guitar heroes coming up. How about some Rory Gallagher? This is his album called Deuce. To me, this is probably his finest record. I think this is his second release. So great. Songs like Used to Be, I'm Not Awake Yet, I Don't Know Where I'm Going. A Whole Lot of People, fantastic song. In Your Town is just absolutely killer. Crest of a Wave closes off the album, and another great song to finish off an album. Rory Gallagher, Deuce, and this is from 1972. First Rory Gallagher I ever picked up. And next, from my buddy Anthony Gambler 812. This is the JGES Band, The Morning After. Fine Boston area band. Very underrated. They don't get mentioned that much in the VC. I've noticed lately, though, they are getting some recognition, and this is I'm not sure if this is their first record or their second record, but it's called The Morning After, and this is a good one. They're a R&B rock band. Sensational. The JGES Band. Now, for the letter H, how about classic record, Hawkwind, Space Ritual. Space rock at its finest. What a great band. These are around in the bins, but they are beat to hell usually because it's a big fold out. I'm not going to fold this out, but it's a remarkable fold out album. It's recorded live at Liverpool Stadium and Brixton Sundown. The mighty Hawkwind. I show this guy once in a while. He hardly gets any recognition at all. This is Roy Harper. He is a guitarist, songwriter, sings folk, prog, rock, whole mixture of stuff. And this is When an Old Cricketer Leaves the Crease. This was released in 1975. If you don't recognize Roy Harper, you will have heard him in a song for sure if you're a Pink Floyd fan, because he does the vocals on Have a Cigar from Wish You Were Here. Roy Harper. This is an album I picked up in my travels this summer. I've never heard of this artist before. It's Carol Hall. The album is called Beads and Feathers. She's another singer-songwriter. This is on Elektra, and it is a 1972 release, 1971, excuse me. Great voice, great songwriter. She's got such a great band behind her. David Briggs, Kenny Buttrey, Norbert Putnam, Wayne Perkins, and Eddie Hinton. Fantastic singer-songwriter. She only did a couple of records on Elektra. I'm going to be looking for the second one. Well worth picking up if you see this, and it'll be cheap. Another unknown that I've never seen anybody mention before, and this is a guy called Dirk Hamilton. He's from California. This is a 1976 release. He's a singer-songwriter, but with a great band backing him up. Very tuneful songs. This record is on ABC Dunhill, recorded by Gary Katz, or produced by Gary Katz. Fine record. And my final record I'm going to show is Tim Harden's last release. I just picked this up. Tim Harden records are really hard to find. He's a great singer-songwriter. He wrote If I Was a Carpenter. Amongst others, he wrote Reason to Believe, I think, was his other big hit. So other artists have had far more success with his songs than he's ever had, but he puts together a great band. There's only 6 songs on this record, and it's just called Tim Harden. Posthumously released. Of course, he was a substance abuse man. He died alone in a hotel room, very sadly. Tim Harden. So there you go. That's my bringing me up to G and H. I will be doing maybe an I sometime on the weekend. I's are really hard to find, as Mike from MGK Boston knows, because I think he skipped the I's, you coward you. I want to give a shout out to my buddy Anthony from Gambler 812. I was watching his channel this morning. He did a great entry for Tony P's Two from the Trunk, but I noticed that Anthony has only got 171 subscribers, and that is criminal to me because he's a great guy, great member of the BC, deserves way more subscribers. So if you have not subscribed to Anthony's channel, I'll leave the link below. Please give him a listen, give him a watch. Definitely give him a sub because he is definitely worth it. He's one of the good guys, even though he probably is a Bruins fan, but well, he's from the Boston area, so that's forgivable. Anyways, give me a like, add a comment, and I will see you soon. I'll be back to showing some of my, I'll be back to show, oh gosh, I can't even talk today. I'm going to show some of the collection I just bought again. Okay? So, see you guys soon. Cheers.